Yeah, so my day usually comprises of loading up my jobs first thing in the morning, going to my appointments, so doing installations, whether it be an install, whether it be a sales appointment. Everything's a little bit different every day. Obviously, you've got different products that are going to have a look at for customers. There could be a repair of a blind. You never know what's going to be, or what's going to eventuate during the day.
My name's Darren Gibson. Live in Wollongong, born and bred down here. Been in the blind industry for quite a while. Well, I've been married to my wife Bronwyn for 22 years, and we've got 2 daughters. Both my wife and I grew up in Wollongong. So my wife grew up in Woonona, I grew up in Corrimal. We've lived here in Fig Tree now for just over 17 years.
I certainly don't miss this, driving around all day long. Get to spend more time with the family, which is one of the great advantages of the franchise. And every job's different, so we don't always do a full house. It could only be 1 or 2 blinds at a house. It could be the whole house. It could be a brand new, it could be an established home. It could even be someone who's just ending a rental period in a home and happen to have broken one of the blinds, and you're replacing one of the blinds to match another blind. Most of the jobs that I do now are within 15 to 20 minutes of where I live, so I'm spending far less time in the car.
I've worked in Sydney all my life, so I've never had a job local in Wollongong. So I was always that dad that left home at 6 o'clock in the morning or 6:30 in the morning, got home at 8:30 at night. Yes, provided financially for the family and we never missed out, but now I'm so much more connected as a father. I'm around, able to prioritise my family. I'm more of a father than what I ever was before.
So we're just on our way to the first job for the morning, which is 1 roller blind. So the whole job should take me about maybe 10 minutes total by the time I take the existing blind down and put the new one up. So it's a pretty quick in and out job, which we do quite a lot of these. It's not always a full house that we're doing. Quite often it can be 1 or 2 blinds, whether it be someone wanting to just change the look of their house, whether they've got a couple of blinds that are damaged or have got marks on them. It really does vary. There's really no set standard as to what we do on a daily basis and what each customer wants.
Yeah, because of the range of products that we've got, it's very rare to have the same day week in, week out. You know, you go to a job and you might install plantation shutters today, then you'll install roller blinds tomorrow, zip screens, curtains. But even all those different products in each different job is completely different. And being able to, I suppose, help the customers transform their home and achieve the dream that they want to achieve makes our job different and exciting every day of the week. There's no 2 days that are the same, and it's so fulfilling and so exciting that you get up today and you go, okay, I'm going to go and help somebody choose what curtains they want for their house, and they'll have a vision or a dream that they want to achieve, and then when you get to the end of the job and it's all installed, the feedback that you get from the customer and the positivity from that, because you've been able to do exactly what they want to do, is what makes the job exciting and different every day of the week.
Darren!
Hey Taylor, how you going?
Good, how you going?
Good. Here to do the install for the plantation shutters?
Amazing.
Thank you. Where would you like us to start?
We can start just in the kitchen, which is the first area. My name's Taylor, I am 29 and I am a retail manager. I'm a mum of 1. I have a 2-year-old son, which is awesome. I'm about to be a wife, which is very exciting as well. So apart from that, just work and family. Well, this home was our first home that we'd actually built together. So this was a brand new build. So we picked everything from scratch. So it's been handcrafted into the beautiful home that it is today. We wanted something that was very modern, but still very, I guess you could say, like realistic, being a mum and having children and stuff like that as well. So we really wanted something that has a very homey feel, so it feels like a home, not a house. When we got our home built, it didn't come with blinds, which we were okay with, because we really wanted to look into it and get those really amazing suppliers. So we started doing a little bit of searching. I'm very big on reviews. I love reading reviews. I love seeing feedback, pictures that other people, because they're true, they're honest. So we did a lot of review searching, and that's when we found Darren from 1300Blinds. We loved the reviews that his customers had given him. They were all super honest. Everyone was so happy with him from the start to the finish. And we loved that it was a family-run local business as well. I loved the fact that we could contact him directly as well. It wasn't like I had to call an office and, oh, we'll get Darren to call you or he'll get back to you. Then I could contact him directly. So if there was any issues, he was always available any time of the day. If I called him, he would call me straight back. He had really amazing communication from start throughout to end, which was really impressive because you don't get that with most businesses these days. You're usually going through an office and second and third party people to get to him. So I loved that it was Darren from start throughout. It was a really seamless, smooth process.
So we're installing plantation shutters here. Really, really good for light control. Very easy to keep clean, especially in the kitchen area. Very practical looking, nice, neat, elegant looking products. Very versatile, so you can let light come in or you can still maintain privacy. So as I put the panels up, you'll be able to see that I can control how the light comes in, how the vision goes out as well. When people talk about blinds, is it boring? You're installing roller blinds, it's simple. You're not just doing that, you're providing solutions for people. I can rattle off a few different examples just off the top of my head. I had a lady the other week who just gave birth to twins. Both kids woke up at the smallest amount of light coming in from her bedroom. So we installed some midnight anytime blinds into her bedroom, which completely blocked out the light. She got in contact with me about 2 weeks after the installation, telling me how much she loved it because of the fact that she's now getting sleep that she needs. So she's able to recover from giving birth and be able to enjoy life in that regard. I had a customer who has a 4-year-old daughter who wanted a pink blind, and we were able to find a material that was a bright pink that she loved, and that's what she wanted in her bedroom. And after I'd installed it and she came home from school and came running into the bedroom, she just went absolutely crazy because of the pink. So yeah, I've just installed a roller blind, but you've done something special for that little kid. So as you can see, you can just simply close the shutters up to control light, control privacy, or if you want to let more light in, let light in. If you still want to maintain your privacy and let light in, you can turn the shutters the other way, so that way no one from the outside can see, but you can still let light come in. So very versatile, very functional, very clean. It's got a nice Z frame over the outside of the frame as well, so there's no need to put gap fill or anything like that around there, and blocks the light out from around the shutter. Just makes it look nice and clean and elegant. The perfect franchise from my point of view is someone who, when they come in there, they look at it from the same things that were instilled early on. Help each other out. You're working as part of a team. It's not just one franchise, so it's not just that's your business, that's it. What you do in your territory affects the other territories as well, so you've got to be willing to help out the other guys when they need help, because you're going to get an enormous amount of help as well. One of the perfect examples of that is Mitchell. Mitch owns the Camden franchise. I cannot say enough about the amount of help that Mitch has given me. And Paul, they're only a phone call away. So, but anytime they ever need help, I'd be willing to drop everything and go and help them. So I think that's the perfect franchisee, someone who wants to be in that, I'll help you, you help me, let's work together for the benefit of everybody. Sit down, talk with Jamie, talk with Dean, come out with a couple of the franchises and see the difference that it makes. I've been involved in talking to some of the other franchises when they've been in that decision-making process, and everything about the franchise for me stacks up. The flexibility with Jamie and Dean, if there's a minor thing that needs to be changed, it can be changed very quickly. You don't have to go through a massive board like you do with other franchises and other businesses. They're able to make those decisions very, very quickly and make things flexible for one person and have them still different for another person if you need to. If you go to Jamie and Dean with an idea, they're more than willing to look at it, and if they can accommodate it. So you're really not just a franchisee or a number, you're actually part of the business as well. So the level of support and the ongoing support from the head office is amazing. And it's not just about, okay, I want that money for that territory, and then once you've paid that, well, we don't care what happens after that. It's more so, once you've paid that money to buy the franchise, it's almost like there's even more importance to make sure that it's a successful franchise. They're selecting the right people, so you're not just a number. You are part of that 1300 family. Well, I came from a sales background. You could probably count in my 40 years or 45 years before I started doing anything like this, the number of times I'd used a drill on one hand. The process of the training was get a drill or get a tool in your hand as soon as possible, showing you the right way to do the basic things, and then spending that time to explain and provide all the detailed knowledge that you need. So the different types of fixings, the different way to hold the correct way to hold the drill, the correct way to hold your impact driver, all those technical things, they laid the foundations very early on for that. And then from there, expanded the knowledge from that. The biggest thing that they did for me, and I was very, I suppose, apprehensive with making the steps out each time, where Paul and Mitch and Jamie and Dean were all saying to me, have faith in yourself, give it a go. At worst, you're going to make a mistake, but we can then rectify that mistake. And once I sort of got over that little bit of fear and then started to back myself in, the amount of times that I need to get help on things like that is very, very rare now. So they did spend that time making sure we know how to do everything properly. So I've really got the ability to decide when I want to do something for the family and do something else rather than working. So, for example, 10-pin bowling is a real great example of that. My brother-in-law and I bowl every week, and being a shift worker, he can't always bowl at the same time each week. So it might be we're doing 9 o'clock this Thursday. It might be then we're doing 2 o'clock next Wednesday. And I've got that ability just to put that in there.
I've been bowling for about 30 years. I just started bowling with some mates actually. We came a few times at a different centre where there was a bar just to have a few drinks while we did something social, and then enjoyed it, and then we decided to join a league, and of course we all live local to here. We joined a league here and then started bowling here quite regularly. Met my wife here as well, so that was something different. But yeah, it was something that I just enjoyed and then just continued to pursue. Every week's different, every lane's different, and the lane condition changes each day and each game. So you've constantly got to change and adjust to what's happening on the lane to get the ball in the right spot. So I've got 6 different bowling balls for 6 different lane conditions. Well, previously I'd leave home in the morning at 6:30, I'd get home 8:30 at night, 6 days a week. I really had no opportunity to be able to do things like this. My day that I had off each week was a Wednesday. Daughters were at school, my wife was at work, so it was like I had a day where it was me doing nothing. Now I can just prioritise my family, and that's all because I've got that flexibility in the schedule. When I was working previously in my other job, I stopped bowling for about 15 years because I just physically didn't have the time. Most leagues start at about 6:30 on a weeknight, so with not getting home from work until 8:30, I could never guarantee that I was going to make the league. I really miss bowling. I've always played a lot of sport during my life. I just think that I'm fairly lucky as well that having 2 daughters, being able to play a sport with one of my daughters, just chill out and relax between the 2 of us. If we've got any issues, we're able to talk and have a bit of a joke and a bit of a laugh, and it just gives us that time to bond. They play 2 different sports, and it's 2 different sports that I play. With 1300 Blinds, it gives me that flexibility to be able to play both sports with both kids and help them with whatever they need help with.
Our family means everything. It's very important for me to be able to not only provide financially for the family, but also provide emotionally and support things. One of my daughters has got a fantastic opportunity to make a career for herself in the golfing industry. So I'm able to prioritise things like before she got her licence, every Wednesday I'd drive to Cronulla for her golf lesson. When she's got a tournament on, I can take that time off to take her to the tournament. It's a lot easier now that she's got a licence because she's taking herself to some of those things. I can still prioritise and still help her support her dreams. And if she's able to achieve her dreams, then that gives me a great feeling as well. You always want the next generation to be better than what the generation before was, and she's got that real opportunity to follow her dreams and desires. Last year, my daughter played in what's known as the Sydney Week of Golf. 5 games of golf over 5 days. So it was 5 rounds in Sydney, 5 continuous days. I was able to block that whole week out. And every day when we were driving to the event, I was talking with one of my mates that I worked with at the previous company about how great it was knowing that I could just say, yeah, I'm not going to be here for this week. When we've had personal issues, like sicknesses and family with other family members or things like that, being able to just drop everything at the drop of a hat and go and support the family member that you need to support. I had an auntie who was very, very sick for a while, and I was able to support my uncle through that, knowing that when I've said, okay, I'm going to be there to do this for you, that I can follow through that.
Being a franchise owner actually gives me time to spend playing golf with Samara, taking her to golf tournaments. Like the other week we had the tournament up at Foster, which was the
North vs South.
Yeah, North vs South Academy Challenge. So I was able just to take those 3 days off work, just schedule in so that I could get Samara to her event. She's played in a lot of Jack Newton events over the last few years as well. Different places like Goulburn, Wagga, Bathurst, and just being able to prioritise Samara so that I can take her to those games.
It's good when I don't want to drive myself, I'm feeling a bit tired, I can get Dad to take me, especially to long tournaments. And when it's raining and I don't want to drive somewhere, Dad can take me up to Cronulla for a lesson up here, or if I'm not feeling well and I still need to play, Dad can take me, so it works out good. And he's around more.
Been bugging me ever since, Dad, when can we play again, when can we play again? Then I've said, nah, I've retired, that's it, I don't play anymore.
Well, 1300Blinds has given me that ability to control my own destiny, basically my own workload. So if I want to have a certain day off, all I do is just block it out in the calendar. I can then schedule other appointments and other work around that.
Are you going to have a piece of slice? Why?
I got to the point where I wanted to spend more time and be there to support my children, be there to support my wife, be there to have those enjoyable times. And it's a simple thing as, you don't have to go away on an expensive holiday overseas to have an enjoyable time with your family. Some of the greatest and funniest moments we've had have been sitting around the dinner table here at night or out in the lounge room while we've been watching something. So if you're at that position where you want to have the best of both worlds, that's where the franchise gives you that opportunity. You can still work immensely hard, still earn that income, but you can do it on your terms and do it based around what your family needs from you. And that was my biggest thing. I always believed that I had to go to Sydney to earn the level of income that I wanted to earn. And 1300Blinds has proven to me that I don't need to, and that I can do it while still having the best of both worlds, where you've got your work during the day and then you've got your support with your family at home.
She said, "Baby, are you allowed to do that?" Lucy goes, "I'll do what I want."
Yeah, the bartender was like, "Are you able to do that?" She goes, "Yep, I'll do what I want." I was like, "Oh."
Oh, those ladies rule that club. There's no ifs and buts about who's boss.
$10 for a vodka raspberries.
Yeah, Lisa goes.